Hell yeah. yeah, man. I hope that wasn't too weird for you.
Yeah, this is my first interview, so it kind of was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to just, like, I feel like I was overthinking a little bit when I was looking at the list. But yeah, this is my first interview, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. Just in general. Is it okay if I face you or?
Yeah, whatever. If you want to face the camera, face me. It was all up to you, bro. Shit.
Could be the camera.
Just I just say try not to put the chair too close to this because it makes a knocking noise and stuff. All right, DJ Deli, man, thank you for coming to the podcast, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. So usually on the first episode of People's Podcast, man, I like to get as much information as I can, like your upbringing. Where were you born, where you grew up, like family members and what school you went to, if you can tell me. So yeah, man, let's start off where were you born?
I was born here in Rockford, born and raised, lived here my whole life. Grew up in a pretty big family. We all went to church. Church family, really.
Okay.
So, yeah, and school wise, I went to a lot of schools. You want to talk about high school, or are you just talking about like all the way through?
Well, I mean, actually, yeah, man. Let me know what middle school, because I went to Risa.
I went to Christian Life, 6th through 7th grade. Then I went to Washington, 8th grade year. Then I was supposed to go to Auburn right after that, but I ended up going to Boylan for 2 years.
Okay.
And then I went to Guilford my last 2 years. So I kind of did a little bit of moving around throughout.
And may I ask, obviously, man, if I say something like you don't want to answer, definitely let me know, man.
Okay.
This isn't like a forced podcast. I'm just trying to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah.
Were you moving around from schools because you were getting in trouble a lot? No. Okay.
I was a good kid. It was really just so my move from Christian Life to Washington. What I believe it was like my parents wanted me to get into a really good school. And Christian Life was a good school, but like Washington, the curriculum was a lot more intense, I would say, as compared to other schools. And then like I was supposed to go to Auburn, but I think they chose Boylan just because they was kind of a little sketched out about Auburn. You know what I'm saying? You hear things.
I went to Auburn.
Yeah.
So I totally understand what
you hear things, and like they just didn't want to put me in that position, where anything could happen.
Yeah, man.
And then my move from Boylan to Guilford. To be honest with you, so going back from my move to Christian Life all the way to Washington, that was when like my motivation, my grades were just tanking, and that just pretty much continued out, even with Boylan too. And so you spending $7,500 a year.
Holy shit.
You know what I'm saying? So they just didn't want to waste their money on that, and they decided to pull me out and take me to Guilford. So, but I feel like I like Guilford a lot better, just because the environment. I feel like I wanted to go to school when I went to Guilford, whereas like before that, all the other schools I was going to, I wasn't feeling the environment. I didn't feel like I wanted to be there.
Yeah, you didn't feel at home, like a stranger. Yeah, man, tell me about it. I'm actually from Chicago. I moved here in 07. So I definitely didn't feel at home or comfortable in the schools I went to.
Was 07 was that when you were at Auburn or?
At 07 I was here in Risa.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was like I moved from 6th grade and then 07, 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And man, bro, I was fucking scared when I moved here, bro, because like everything was kind of spread out, even though it was small.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good way to actually describe Rockford. Though,
yeah, dude.
honestly, like it's a big, vast place, but like we only got under 200,000 people. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah, dude. And man, I was so lost, bro. Like so lost that like I was just trying to be friends with anybody, bro. Like just so I can fit in or see where I can fit in. But it took me like I want to say like a month to get used to Rockford, a week or two to really find people to kick it with.
yeah, I would say that's how it was when I was going from school to school. Was like, and that's probably where like I was feeling less motivated just because I didn't feel like I fit in, and so like that's why I really didn't feel like I wanted to be there.
Mm.
Um, I really don't know how Guilford clicked in, how it did, um, but for some reason, like I don't know, I just maybe it might have been the diversity of the school, possibly. I
Mm.
mean, because Boylan, it's probably like I would say maybe 30% white people, another maybe 50 to 60% Latinas or Latinos, and then the rest is black.
Oh,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying? So it was like maybe 10 black people in my class.
Oh shit.
Um, and I don't know. I don't know. It's just I guess the overall vibe that I got
Mm.
from there. But like Guilford, it's definitely like more, I guess, even you could say. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And when you're moving to these schools, were you into music or how did music come
Yeah.
about?
Um, I started my family is also in the music,
Oh, really?
so
Okay.
they've been doing music for their whole life in the church and stuff like that.
Just church-based music or all
Yeah,
kinds of music?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
just church based.
Okay.
And so I started. I want to say I got into music probably around the second grade was when I wanted to actually like start. That's when I started playing the drums. Like
Okay.
started learning how to.
Yeah.
But I didn't fully get into learning until fifth grade when I went to Christian Life. Um, they had band class, and so that's when I started, actually learning. I was learning how to count time, read music, all that. So, um,
Did you
and then I
think?
was just, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, my bad. Did you think it was a lot to learn?
Um, I caught on pretty easily as far as like rhythm goes, just because my background, with my family, so I was always like, I don't know, I always had rhythm, as far as I can remember. So I caught on pretty easily with that. As far as reading music goes, I feel like it was the same way catching on just because I had a good teacher, I guess.
Okay.
That's really all I can think of is having a good teacher. I forgot her name though. I wish I could remember, but yeah, I had a pretty good teacher, and
Shout
I
out her.
can shout out her, whatever your name is. I don't know, but and then I just continued out. I was playing percussion, so that also includes xylophone,
Okay.
and then my junior year of high school, I started playing the piano. And that was easy for me to catch on too because I knew how to play the xylophone and reading that music and piano music is the same exact thing. So, um,
I mean, uh, what is a xylophone?
xylophone,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
An instrument, but like,
it's a percussive instrument and it literally looks like a piano. So you got all the keys would be down here, and then you got like there's like keys up here, so it'd be like two, three, two, three. Those are the black keys up here, and then you got
okay.
all the white keys down here.
Oh, okay.
And so you just you got two mallets, and you just playing like that.
Okay.
Sometimes like some players actually have two mallets in each hand. So like there it's like four mallets all together, and
Oh shit.
that's where it gets complicated.
Yeah, yeah.
But Yeah, and there's also like other things besides the xylophone which look the exact same way, which would be like the marimba or um, the vibraphone, stuff like that. So
Yeah, man, I do like speaking to music artists. Like I noticed there's a lot of shit when it comes to making music, producing music, however you want to say it. There's a lot of shit you got to learn or understand in a way.
yeah, really understanding, because like understanding can help you with the learning, I would say, and like how long it takes you to learn.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's me being able to understand like rhythm. It helped me learn how to um, play and read, music. Also, it helped me with DJing too. I last year April, that's when I first started learning how to DJ, and
Oh shit.
it only took like a good 2 weeks to get down mixing. Like
Yeah, yeah,
not even really 2 weeks, more like a week, but and I was mixing pretty well, at least I would say so.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, just really understanding that'll help you learn, whatever at whatever rate you can.
Hmm. And who were your music influences? Because I mean, I mean, I don't know. Definitely correct me, man. Like, if I say something not true, because I would imagine a church family wouldn't really allow you to listen to like shit like.
I'm glad you said that, cause I didn't. What I grew up listening to was mainly gospel and sometimes contemporary jazz. Like that was it.
Mm,
I
yeah.
didn't get into hip hop, pop, none of that stuff until 2013,
Holy
2014.
shit,
Yeah.
bro! I thought I
So
was late.
yeah, no, I'm pretty late,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
like, but that's okay though, because I had a lot of people who was always sharing me music and
Hmm.
this and that. So I feel like I caught up pretty decently. Um, but it's definitely a lot of like throwbacks that I still haven't even
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just
listened to or even can like connect the artists to. I've heard a lot of throwbacks, but like it's definitely some that I don't even know who sang that or whatever.
yeah, yeah, dude. Trust me, I'm in the same boat. I mean, don't get me wrong. I listened to music my whole life. My dad was into old school. Like Temptations, Grapevine, Zapp and Roger. Then my sisters that are older than me were into like boy bands, Ludacris, Eminem. So my music taste is all over the place. A lot of it's not like I really don't know who exactly. I could listen to a song and not be like, oh, who is that?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So and then when I got into music, when I developed my own taste, I started listening to like Lil Wayne, Eminem. But when I listened to Lil Wayne, it was when he was in his skateboarding phase. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
go all the way back to his beginning, and then by the time I reached where I left off, like he was already like gone, and then there was new players on the board. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, like Lil Wayne, as far as Lil Wayne goes, I'm definitely like in the same boat as you with that because it's a lot of like old Wayne that I've people be playing it or like people be like, you listen to have you ever listened to this and that from like Carter 2, and I'm just like, bro,
What?
I'm still trying to catch up on Carter 3 right now,
Yeah,
4, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And so, who did you listen to,
um when I was like the gospel and
or like? Yeah, well, like gospel, and then like when you started to listen to your own.
um gospel, as far as gospel goes, I was coming up listening to everybody, BB, CC Winans,
Mm-hmm.
Yolanda Adams, Donnie McClurkin, Kirk Franklin, just to name some
Yeah,
names.
yeah.
And then as far as rap goes, when I first started listening, my cousin was getting me into Lil Durk,
Okay.
um, yeah, Gierbo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mainly like I feel like I started off listening to some like Chicago stuff,
yeah,
and then like eventually like it branched out to like more and more all over the place.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, me, bro. I was used. I mean, cause Chicago, I want to say that's its own lane in rap, like because it's drill. If I'm correct, you know.
Yeah, I would say like you can definitely hear like regional differences in music.
There you go. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but like so I was listening to like when I first heard Gangway by Dierbo,
Mm.
that, you know what I'm saying, that's definitely drill. And then like, you know, you're listening to like these new drill songs, you know, from like New York or like UK and stuff, like that literally sounds the exact almost the exact same way, like beat wise
Okay.
with his, but like the way they flow on it is different.
Yeah.
You know, just the style and stuff. So like a lot of like music from all over definitely has like a lot of similarities, but like overall, you know, as far as like style and flow or like, you know, how they get on it, you know, with delivery and stuff,
Yeah.
they can definitely like you can hear the difference in it, and you be like, oh, this is that, like this is from down south or whatever, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
And were your parents okay with you listening to that type of music?
mm-mm. No, they, especially in their house, you know what I'm saying, like people who grow up with strict parents, they definitely know like, you know, you can't do certain things in the house, you know, you can't say certain things in the house,
Yeah,
like you gotta like censor a lot of stuff. And so like I was definitely like careful with like, you know, um just what I was playing in the house and like or like even in the car or whatever, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like whether I had my CD player on or whatever, you know, they can hear that. So
And did they know you were listening to it, or you just kept it a secret where they weren't like, they
I wouldn't
acknowledged it?
say mm, they probably had some idea that I was like hearing that, like whether it be in like school or like at football practice or whatever. But when it just came to like, you know, at the house or like in the car or at church, like it was, you know, always gospel played, you know, whatever. So like, I don't know. They didn't really try to like, they didn't try to be that controlling, like where they would be like, let me see your phone, let me see what's, you
Mm.
know,
Yeah, yeah.
in your playlist, or like, let me see your MP3 player, whatever. You know, they weren't like that. Um,
Yeah, because I imagine if they were like that, like I feel like it would be hard to like do your music thing, because you know.
well, see, what you talking about as far as like um, DJing and producing goes and stuff?
Well, yeah, because like if you're not able to listen to certain music, how are you gonna mix it?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, I feel you. Well, see, Um, I didn't start like making beats or like DJing until last year, year before. You know, so
Mm.
like around that time, it was like they a lot of things I could definitely get away with. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm grown.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, but as far as like, you know, my adolescent years, um, it was a little bit more firm, I would say. You know, but I don't know. I'm trying to
No, no, that's
think.
fine, man. Yeah, man. Um, that's the thing with podcasting, man. Like, I don't expect you to like know exactly how things happen, because that's like what years ago, bro. Shit, I barely know what happened last year, bro. you know, but what what influenced you to wanna do DJing or music?
As far as DJing goes,
I mean, is it DJing? Because I mean, or is it like just you just want to do music? I mean, because I don't know.
it was definitely like music in general. DJing, like I wanted to get into it when I was 13 or 14. I had got like a letter in the mail for DJ camp,
Oh,
you know,
really?
so I could like travel and like learn how to DJ and stuff. But my parents wasn't going for it. Their excuse was, you know, I need to focus on school, focus on building a career for myself that's stable.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was their excuse, but I feel like it could have been something deeper in that. personally, but yeah, that's whatever. But then I got into making music like maybe a year later, just off of GarageBand on my phone.
Okay.
And it just really started off as like, just a way for me to like, I feel like I could breathe. Just a way for me to like feel at peace, I guess, a form of therapy.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like as of like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I made the decision. I was like, you know what, like I feel like this is something that I want to get into. I feel like this is my passion. You know, so I would say that's really what forced me to say.
Yeah, say fuck it, right? One, I didn't even know there was a band, DJ band camp. That's pretty cool. But do you feel like your parents didn't? I mean, you probably your parents didn't know at the time what DJing could have been or was, right? Or
I
I
feel
mean,
like they probably knew what it was, but
low-key,
like I said, they they were trying to. I feel like they were trying to kind of keep me out of certain stuff. They didn't want me to go down the path of what how like the media portrays
certain
rap
things. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. They didn't want me to go down that path. I feel like.
Okay,
And
yeah.
so like they felt like me getting into DJing and stuff, I was just gonna be like being influenced by a whole bunch of stuff. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying, that
yeah,
they just didn't want me into. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
I shit you not, man. I mean, DJs are the life of the party.
they are the captain of the party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Like, man, you can change moods DJing. You can change environments DJing. You can change so much, like music, just the way like it feels to people. You know that you can control a lot
Yeah.
DJing. You are the captain. You are the quarterback. You know, so you're pretty much guiding people through the party, I would say. But yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And was it easy for you to like DJ? I mean, did you DJ events?
Um, so I got into DJ. Well, when I wanted to get into DJing, and I decided like, okay, I need somebody to like kind of guide me. Um, I was I hit my boy Lawan up. Shout out my boy Lawan too. And he had got me in contact with DJ Billy Hendricks. Also, shout out Billy. Um, and so from there, me and Billy was locked in. He said wherever I go, you go. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
sweet.
And so because he's seen my drive. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I was like learning. I was learning fast. And so he's like, okay, I can take him on. So I was just going to events with him that he did, shadowing him. Sometimes like I might get like a 30-minute little thing or whatever,
Yeah, yeah, 30 minutes.
hour,
Eee.
who knows? But like, you know, events like the G Herbo show or the G Herbo event I was able to go to.
Oh
Rose
shit.
Osama. Um, Otherwise, smaller events or bar stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also um, my first ever event that I did DJ was a female energy event.
What's your name? Eva?
Yep, Eva.
Oh, yeah,
Yep,
yeah, yeah. I
yep.
said it. Yeah, my bad.
Hey, don't say my bad to me. But uh, that was my first ever event,
Yeah.
and I was a little nervous, and I was also sleep deprived too.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
like
Yeah, yeah.
really bad. I only had 1 hour of sleep because I had work.
Mm.
I worked the overnight at my job, 12-hour shift,
Ooh.
and then had to be up or went to sleep a little bit. Had to be up at 9. I'm just like, But that was my first ever event, and I feel like it was pretty successful. And I don't really remember what happened like the last 2 hours. 'Cause like I said, I was sleep deprived. I was ready to get up out of there. It was a 7 hour event.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was a pretty good experience just for me to like, I don't know, just get my foot in the door. Get my feet wet.
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate that experience.
Yeah, definitely shout out her, man. I checked out her female energy. I think it was the third one or the second one. It was definitely dope, man. I definitely fuck with it.
It was a successful event, I would say. And I don't know, it just blew my mind that I was able to secure an event like that. I'm just getting out here. You know what I'm saying? Just starting. Um,
And were you nervous, bro? I mean, because your first event and then something like that, bro. I would have been shaking. You're sleep deprived, so you're like, man, what the fuck? Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? Man,
I was a little nervous. For the most part, with me, it's like I don't know. I don't know if you like classify butterflies as being nervous, but like
yeah, I do.
I get I get
Yeah.
butterflies normally. Before anything, it doesn't matter. I've been performing in front of people since fifth grade, so it doesn't matter for me. I stay getting butterflies a little bit, but like once I'm like actually in and I'm going through it, I forget about it. You know,
You'd be like,
I just gotta like I gotta actually be doing it for me to just take my mind off of those. But
and you get in your zone.
yep,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
yep.
I mean, how did you start mixing? Cause dude, that shit is expensive. Equipment,
So
all that, man.
so when I first linked with Billy, he he was just like showing me you know some stuff like just basic mixing, off of his board, and so like I was just watching him. Like, okay, I'm watching like the computer screen, like okay, asking questions, this, and that, and then um, and then I ended up getting the same board that he did, just because I felt, and the same software that he did,
Okay.
just because I felt like it would be easier for me if I was just if I just kept going with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning off of him, so why not? And yeah, like I said, I got rhythm, so it was pretty easy for me to like actually like do it, mix and stuff like that. And then also like I've got like a little background. By that time, I had a little background with like mixing my own beats and stuff, and also I've recorded people around that time too. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew what high pass was, low pass was, the knobs and stuff, the equalizer stuff. So like that kind of like was able to give me the ability to add a little flair to the mixing.
Mm, yeah.
So yeah, you know, yeah, that's it, I guess.
did you feel like it? Do you feel like it was complicated learning that stuff? Like you said the board.
Mm, no, the board that the board that I did buy,
I mean,
it's not.
and the board is like the things with the wheels. Okay.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Um, it doesn't have It was like it's a small board about probably this big, and about like this long too. But it's not as like complicated as like the professional stuff. Those are mm, mm, you know
Oh shit.
way bigger, and they got more knobs and you know more sliders and all sorts of stuff to do. So the board that I did buy is good to buy that one first. I feel like to start off with that first, just because you're first learning how to mix. You don't need all those knobs and stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
Because that can make it a little confusing for you.
Yeah,
So
I mean, don't get me wrong. I never DJ'd, but my sister she dabbled in it. Dude, man, all I see is like fucking spinners and then fucking little twisty things, shit, So
yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely had to ask questions. Like what's this do? What that does? And then like when he explained, it, I'm like, oh, okay. Like I was catching on. I have to say pretty quick because like I said, I had a little background. As far as like sound goes, so like I
yeah,
was
yeah.
able to understand. Okay, that's supposed to like fade that, fade that. this one, brings the volume up, and it's not that many, knobs on there, but you can still get the job done.
Yeah.
So, that's why I say like it's a good starter board. And then once you like, learn and you're comfortable with it, it's okay to move up a little bit. Like I'm actually thinking about moving up to the bigger board.
And are those shits expensive?
When I did buy it was $600, just about this size. The one that's bigger is like almost 1,000. I want to say.
Holy
So,
shit,
yeah,
dude.
it's pretty expensive. And then you want to like, you also want to worry about buying protection too. So like a bag, like the one that I had, that's that big. I got a bag for it. Was like $100. But then
shit.
like the bigger ones, those ones you want those like you ever seen like at shows or events and like the DJ has like this case.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the case that carries the bigger boards. And those probably cost a good chunk of money too. But you definitely want to worry about protecting it, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've talked to a few DJs, not too many of them, but from what I hear, bro, like, yeah, you definitely gotta protect your stuff because little shit that breaks can cost like what 60, $80, like
I don't
the
know. I haven't gone through that
yeah.
yet. I hope I don't go through it at all. You know
Yeah,
what
for
I'm
real.
saying? I mean, cause like I've watched other DJs, out there like just up there doing their thing, and like sometimes like they be like real into it. Like Billy, for example. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like cause you got a lot of energy up there.
Yeah,
You probably you probably been on a roll up there or whatever, and like you're just so into it. You just what I'm saying, just and then like something might end up a little bended or whatever, and it's like me, like I'm definitely a little more careful with it.
yeah,
I feel the energy, but like I try not to get it too carried away. I guess you could
yeah,
say,
yeah,
to where I'm damaging my own equipment. But yeah,
yeah, man. And have you? Well, I mean, yeah. Have you ever felt like you did get carried away and you saw it in the crowd, either bad or good?
yeah. Big thing that I had to learn starting out, and even still now, is like reading the crowd, and music selection. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I heard like, I mean, you could DJ, right? You can make good mixes,
yeah,
but that don't mean shit if you don't know how to read a crowd or see what the crowds are doing while you're playing.
exactly, exactly. Like you could be at like a bar or something, and like you really like this song, but like it's a slow song. Like people are trying to party, you know what I'm saying? They trying to dance,
Yeah.
but like you just put on this like vibing stoner song or like whatever, like and you probably mixed it well, but like at the same time, that's not the mood, or where you're at, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely gotta like have that kind of awareness of where you're at, who's there, because you can also play the wrong stuff and like it ends up being a fight or something like
Oh,
that, or
really?
like a shooting. You never know.
And with that, is that like let's say you play a little Chief Keef in the wrong neighborhood type shit.
Um, I feel like Chief Keef's actually like pretty well.
Well, I mean, and the only reason why I say that is because in Chicago you can't play.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, no,
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel you on that. Yeah, like if I was like anywhere but here, I would try to like I would try my best to like I guess ask around. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all listen to? Or you know what I'm saying? Like,
For real.
because you want to be careful, or like I don't know, or even just like ask, like say you like you're in Chicago and like you're doing an event, maybe ask whoever's like heading the event, like, hey, like what can I not play, or what should I not play, what should I stay away from, what artist should I stay away from.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably a good idea, I would say, as far as that goes. So.
Dude, yeah, man, I can't imagine like playing like some music and then like people get mad and start fighting, dude.
I did hear about something that happened at a bar here in Rockford where like a DJ was just was playing music and like they got carried away, ended up playing. I would say they wasn't reading the room. and they wasn't seeing like who was in there at the time, and so they got carried away and ended up playing the wrong thing. You know, people got liquor in their system and stuff like
Yeah,
that. You
that's
know, and
true.
then it ended up being a fight. You know, police was there, all types of stuff. So, um, yeah, I personally I've never had it happen to me, but like I couldn't imagine, you know, being like at fault for shutting down a party, an event,
I know,
or
and I
that.
don't mean to laugh, but like I'm laughing because like imagine you play some Katy Perry or something, like some fresh Katy Perry, and people are like what?
Yeah, right. But like, and see, like the thing is, I did my first event October 30th,
Mhm.
and so like I was trying to get a liquor license.
Okay.
Um,
Wait for DJ or for
no,
the
for the
place?
event,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, okay,
because I was trying to serve liquor there.
okay.
But and so when I was going through it, I was on the phone with them, and they was asking me a lot of questions, all types of stuff. And like one of the questions they asked me was, "What type of music is going to be played there?"
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
and so I was like,
What do you
mainly
want to
hip
play?
hop.
Right?
Right. And I probably should have lied, you know, whatever. But I just said, you know, I was like, whatever, like mainly hip hop. They just like, oh well, we can't insure you, you know, this and that because of the music choice. And they were like, yeah, hip hop, rock, like those, they don't,
Yeah.
you know, insure those kind of events and stuff like that.
Rock though? What?
Even rock, yep.
Wow, that's a little. That's a little. Well, I mean, I could
You
see.
gotta like you gotta think like even some types of rock
Yeah, yeah,
moshing and stuff like that goes on, whatever. Like that plus liquor, probably
yeah,
not a good
man.
idea.
Yeah, yeah. Liquor is always the. I mean, it's a good catalyst when it's controlled, but like when it's not, it can be scary.
Yeah, and they were even asking because they were asking if there would be performers there. Like they were asking like who are the performers? What's the names? You know,
Oh,
they were
really?
they were getting
Holy
in pretty
shit!
deep. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
they want to like make sure like you know you got the right people at your event for them to ensure. You know, because they don't want to end up you know
Yeah, yeah.
forking over that pookie. You know?
Shit, I mean, bro, but they would ask me them questions. I'm like, man, this some cop shit.
Really though,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for real. Yeah,
All right, man. DJ Jelly, man. We're at like 40 minutes.
that was quick.
Yeah, 35 minutes. Yeah, man. When you're having a good time, bro, time flies, and that's what I try to do here. Is just have a good time while talking about your. I mean, I don't know how you want to call it. Ambition, your motivation, your skills, etc. Keeps on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're talking about that, bro, shit, time flies, bro.
Yes,
Flies. Yeah, and especially if you're on a coconut
I thought.
trip.
Yeah, right. But I guess like I don't know, it felt like 10 minutes, 15 minutes actually. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we're gonna head to the smoke room, man. Definitely keep following us. We're gonna go more into conversation, music, all types of stuff. So stay tuned, and we're gonna keep going. I'm here with DJ Deli, man. DJ Deli, man. Thank you for coming, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, yeah, no problem, man. So I still wanted to. Well, I mean, I still want to talk music because I feel like we barely at the 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 tip of the iceberg. I mean, unless you are telling me basically everything, man.
I mean, what more did you want to hear?
Yeah, like how many hours do you feel like you put in?
A week?
Yeah, doing your DJ thing, or
DJing.
or your music thing, man. I just I know you as DJ Deli. So
Yeah, I mean that's just like you know my name, but like I do other things too.
yeah, yeah.
You know, like
I know
because
you
DJ
mentioned.
as far as DJing goes, my last event was at the Toast Arcade,
Okay.
but I haven't had nothing since that. You know, so like my next one is February, the end of February. So like I don't really like put that much practice into it just because like I do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see that's the thing,
I
man.
feel like I've I've gotten to a point where like I've got my style when it comes to DJing.
And yeah, see that's the thing I was talking about earlier, bro. Like I see I try to see the perspective from your side. See, like I didn't know, like I thought you were DJing all the time, bro. See, like
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, like there was a point where I was practicing
yeah.
for like when I first started. It was probably an hour, 2 hours at a time,
Mm.
and
That's still a lot, bro. That's like
with work,
baseline.
I was probably had like 2 times where I could do it throughout the day. So that's about 4 hours a day. What's that? Times seven, 28 hours a week.
Yeah.
But that was probably for a good 5 months. So now I'm in school around this time,
Mm.
and then
And are you hosting house parties? If you don't mind me asking, to to do your music thing.
I've only had one event. There was an event, or there was a birthday party that I did host, or not host. I was asked to DJ at for my friend Alex. Um, It was my friend Kayla's party. That that was my first time DJing. I did DJ. I did say that my first time DJing was at the Female Energy event, but my first that was my first event. Um, sorry, I feel so slow right now.
No, no, you're fine, bro.
I
I,
low
I,
key
I
feel like that oil like hit crazy.
yeah, see, yeah, bro. Around the 40, 50 minute mark, bro, everybody starts to feel that shit, bro. That is, yeah, yeah, man. I hope I didn't fuck you up too bad, bro.
No, I think I'm okay. I just gotta.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Uh,
no, no, that's fine, bro. Like, because you also mentioned producing and engineering, bro.
I do that more now that I'm in school. Um, so I go to SAE Institute in Chicago,
Oh, shit,
and
really?
so I've been learning a lot with like signal processing and just like how to overall mix. And
Mm.
I started going there in November, and
Is it like a lot of reading or is it a lot of doing?
a lot of doing.
Mm.
Like you're mainly using your ears, and like sometimes like your eyes, you can use those too, just because like you can see a lot of like live things going on and plugins and stuff that you might need to, like it helps you. I don't know. It gives you an idea of like where things could be cut. You know what I'm saying? And just all types of stuff. But I don't want to get into that because I'm getting into real details.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
How?
Sorry,
No, no.
I almost had it together too for a minute. I was going crazy.
Yeah, producing, bro. How is it to you? Your opinion. Like, is it easier than you thought it was, or was it a lot harder?
Really, like it's all in like just the perspective of I feel like the maker. You know, it can be hard at times just because like you might think of something and like when you try to like put it on, you know what I'm saying, the program that you're using, the DAW that you're using, you don't get the same thing that you had in your head. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just because like you gotta really get better at just using the DAW. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to like make certain sounds, like do certain things, mixing and stuff like that. And so that's like where school comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like we're learning how to mix. We're learning how to like change sound. We're learning how to make sounds.
Do you feel like the school's helping, or better like just booking and just doing it?
I feel like it's clarifying a lot of things um, that like I've been doing. Because I started off just learning on YouTube, You
Me
know,
too, bro. Everything.
that's YouTube. You can learn how to
That's
do
the ultimate
anything.
school.
You can learn how to do anything off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's just where I started. I was just looking up how to do this, like how to mix kicks. You know what I'm saying? How to mix snares. Whatever. How to make this kind of beat. But I felt like going to school would have like helped me even more. And
Yeah.
like they actually said at my school, um, the teacher said like YouTube is good, but like you got to watch out for some videos
Oh yeah, you definitely, bro.
because they like when it comes to like mixing, you're really supposed to use your ears. But like there's videos on YouTube that
Give more of an opinion
yeah, like this is how this should be.
in
You
their
know
opinion
that
instead of
that's
like
what
by
they say.
book.
They say this is how it should be, and that's that.
Hmm.
But really, like it's all on your creativity and how you mix. It can be different at times. So how like you mix vocals, it could be different every time. And so it's just all about using your ears. That's what they tell you. Using your ears and using the tools to like help.
The one thing about I like about music artists, whether it could be the ones that do the vocals or produce or engineer, the way we put ourselves out there, like I could draw something. I have to figure out how to put it out there, just like how when you make a beat or a track, how you can put it out there. And but the thing is, I have more respect for the music artist, bro, because and this is just a thought, bro. Like I don't know, definitely correct me, but I feel like music artists have it harsher to criticism than just like the same thing with like artists where they get criticized. Because obviously, you look at a drawing, you could just pass it, not saying nothing, or you could say it's beautiful. I was gonna say, bro, fucking yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. So we might not get everything in the first time, but my door is always open for a second episode, third,
I bet.
yeah, because the thing is about podcasting, my opinion, how I like to do it. Like I don't want it to be an interview. I just want us to kick it, talk shit,
Oh,
shoot the shit, basically. Like don't get me wrong, I also want you to talk about yourself, and then after that, once we head into the smoke room, that's when it's just bullshit.
okay.
But at the same time, it's for your fans, because your fans are the ones, your fans and my fans that are gonna watch it. Because
Fans.
they that love you, bro, or
just
just fuck with your
just
shit.
hearing that word, fans.
Did you ever think you would build fans, bro? Me, bro. This, if you would have told me if I would have been doing this, everything I'm doing 5 years ago, bro, it would, I would not even thought this was in my range or this was even in my path.
I I would say like when I started first putting myself out there, I never like had the ambition to like be center stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me neither,
I
bro.
want to like I would much rather like
Be background.
facilitate stuff. That be facilitated.
Yeah, the background.
Yeah, but like at the same time, you know, I have like as much to do with something.
Yeah, like be a big part of it, but be in the background. I don't want to say shadows because well, I mean you could. Like I like to be in the shadows if I do something because I don't like to be in the center stage. But for wanting to just put myself out there with my art and all that, I had to be in front of the camera, bro. There's no other way. I feel like somebody else can represent my art how I want to represent it, or how I want to show love to other artists.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where I was going with that.
It's cool, bro. Hey, I
Yeesh.
was feeling it, bro. Whatever you said, I was just like, yeah.
Bro, dude. Yeah, and so I wanted to talk LGC, bro. Are you in it?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. I was.
When did
Let me
that
see.
happen? How did y'all meet? Shout out LGC.
I mean, shout out LGC, shout out KV, shout out Dre, shout out Tay, shout out Ray,
Yeah,
shout out Marina, you know,
yeah,
shout
yeah.
out
Shout out, shout out.
KM all the way in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't met him, but no, the guys you just mentioned, definitely shout out those guys for showing me love, especially after they performed, bro. They could have been
Hmm.
like, "Who the fuck's this weirdo?" You know?
Yeah. I mean,
But
we and we'll all like definitely slide out here too.
yeah, yeah. I definitely got Dre. I tell him, recommend, and if you guys are watching, let me know. But guaranteed, I'm aiming for everybody.
All right, yeah. But
How, LGC, how that come about,
okay.
bro? When y'all meet?
It was when quarantine was going on.
Oh shit.
No, when it ended actually.
Hmm.
My boy KV called me and he had just told me that he made Legacy at LLC, and then
Shout out, man.
that was when he asked me if I wanted to be a part of it, and I was like, "Let's go." And then since then, we all just been locked in, just working with each other. Really, like I would say, lately we've been going crazy, like as far as just being productive and stuff. So I'm really proud of us, like for real, actually working.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't want to be nosy, but I seen you guys in the studio on your story. Is there anything coming up? Have you worked on a?
I know my boy Dre. He got his project coming up soon. He got a few more stuff to record for it, and then
And did you help, or did you do your engineering or
for
producing?
you talking about for Dre?
Yeah,
Um,
on his new one. On his new one, because he was talking to me about
I
it.
gotta ask him. Like I made a couple beats for him. I think they might be for the project, but I have to ask him to clarify. Cause I forgot. But I know. I think actually, yeah. I think they might be on. But I'm gonna still ask him. Keep staying tuned for that. But
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man.
uh otherwise, I am helping engineer those tracks. So, and then I got my own project coming up too.
Oh shit.
Probably by the end of the year, I'm thinking.
Okay.
And it's just like mainly um, producers. It's a producer artist collab,
Okay. And
and I'm engineering the whole thing.
okay. And when you say collab, are you collabing with other? Uh, how do you want to call them? The ones that talk or rap, or yeah. Are you gonna have the collab with the ones that rap, or the ones or other producers? If that makes sense, bro. Like, see, that's the thing with
So
the
like,
music thing.
what it is just like I'm basically grabbing like beats from producers that are in the area, Chicago also where I go
Ooh.
to school, and then as far as artists goes, I got my boy Matt Guy on it, and then LGC people. I also got my boy Big Hayes, um, and then a couple more artists. That
If you don't mind me asking, is there a name?
I don't know yet.
Is there track numbers or how many?
I
Yeah.
don't. I'm gonna say like 17, but
Ooh.
like it could be more,
Oh shit.
possible.
Yeah, that's dope.
It depends. I'm thinking about a couple. Let's see.
And I mean, obviously, man, if you don't want to give too much information, you don't have to. But is there a rhythm or a type you're trying to go with that project?
I feel like mainly it'll just be mixtape. I don't think there's really gonna be a theme to it, but I do plan on having some dope cover art for it. Otherwise, it's probably gonna be all different types of beats on
Okay, that's dope, bro. And
it. I do want to like have it to where like I'm creating a I don't know how to explain it like a mood for it. I guess you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
So like I'm not just gonna like get any type of beat from a producer and throw an artist on it. I do want it to be like a certain like um,
but it's
I
gonna.
just wanted it to be like I don't know how to explain it. I just want it to be how it needs to be.
But do you want, like, when you get the tracks from the other producers, is it gonna be your selection or whatever they got that the other producer thinks is fire? You know,
No, I mean really what I did was I just asked them like, hey, like
you
you
make
got
something.
10 beats,
Oh, okay.
send them to me. Show them to the artists. We'll see what they say. They like it, and um, it's not like they're like, why didn't you use that beat? Or like, why didn't you want that beat? Like,
Yeah, because that's what I always try to wonder from each person because everybody's different. Do you do you go by what you like or what they give you? You know, if that makes sense.
I mean, really, it's just like they give me the beats, and then I take what I like from
Yeah, my bad, bro.
it.
I hope I'm not like uh merry-go-round some
That's
like
cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
Because the thing is, bro, I try to be as detailed with some questions, like the type of rhythms and vibes somebody's into. Because, everybody's different, bro. Like, I might think it's one way when it's actually not.
And that's why you're trying to get my perspective.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, So, and I can get lost sometimes, doing
I don't know. That's cool. I feel you. I'm fried, bro, and like I feel like I'm getting lost in what I'm saying too sometimes. And like I
that.
just be like, I'll be stuck. And I'll be like, oh. But yeah,
Yeah, man. And all right, man. We're not too far along, but, or I mean, we are far along, but we're almost there, man. So, what can we expect in 22 from you? Obviously, you can say something.
probably. I mean, definitely come to my recording studio. You know, definitely trying to get more artists in. Saying just more experience overall. You know, I want to learn this stuff. You know, I want to be able to be the best that I can be. So like, that's why I want to practice.
Yeah.
You know, growing up like playing the drums, like I never had a drum set to practice on. I did have my band, um,
You're in a band?
like when I was in band class.
Oh, okay.
I did have the percussion thing, but you know, I don't know. I didn't practice. I didn't practice piano, but I know that if I did, I could have been better at it.
Yeah.
This, I feel like, just deciding to take it more serious. You know, I want to be the best at this. I want to be successful.
Yeah, man. And are you for hire? Like, is that a thing
Studio
for you?
wise,
Yeah.
I want to wait a little bit
Okay, okay.
just because I don't want to give myself a bad name. But right now, I am in the talks with somebody about like using their studio. You know, and like we'll have a deal with it, like contract, but like not too many strings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dope, dope.
But otherwise, like as far as like in Rockford, In Chicago, yes, but
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, that's where like I gotta build more
Connections.
connections out in Chicago. I got one. My boy Matt got. I also got school. I still have to like build that relationship with them at the school though. Like, and I feel like that's where it's gonna get me started out there.
That's the one. Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I feel like they would help everybody. Like, what do you mean by?
No, as far as like networking at the school,
Oh,
not
okay, okay.
not the school, you know, doing
Like
that for me. I mean,
favoritism. Yeah.
like they do internships. Like they help you get internships.
Yeah.
So like that's another way. You getting an internship at a studio out there.
Mm.
Um,
But at
but
first, I thought you meant like favoritism and shit. Like,
no,
yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah.
I was really talking about like as far as
Yeah, get like the other people that are in there.
the people that go there, networking with them. Because there's all types of people that go to that school.
Yeah, man.
There's
Shit.
artists, producers, people who have labels that are just starting out, but like they want to like record so that they can be, there, you know, in the recording process, know what's going on, know what to do, types of stuff.
And may I ask, is it like a friendly environment?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I would say people are getting along. It's weird. Like it's not a big school, um, and like people, the way it starts, like I think they do it like every month or every few months. They like bring people in, and so like really like come up with your class, and those are the people that you're pretty much networking with for the most part. At least that's how it's been so far.
Yeah.
I've only been for
November of
December,
last year or the last
like
2020?
2021.
Oh, 2021.
So what's that?
Two
Almost
months?
3 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, and I was gonna ask, bro. So you only want to work in a professional studio, like the whole 9 yards, or you don't care
I do
as long as it's
eventually,
called a studio. Huh?
I do eventually want to get to that environment, like where it's like a huge board and
Mm.
it can be kind of like
Yeah.
anybody, you
Yeah.
know. But like I do want to get to that professional studio where like big artists are paying 100 an hour, 200 an hour. That really,
Yeah, no, I just thought I asked because I mean I know a few people that do studio, but they're not like that kind of studio. They're more like home.
yeah. I mean, I'll do that. You know, like say I did, get into that professional realm, I would definitely have like my own home studio, you know, where like people that are close to me they can come to if they wanted to. Yeah, I wouldn't just allow just anybody,
Yeah, yeah.
but you can do both. It's possible.
No, but are you willing to work in that kind of spot where it's like home?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I
That's
got
what I
you.
do right now too.
Yeah.
On the island, that's where LGC is. So.
Shout out. That's what I did, bro. I mean, I always wanted a studio for my art, right? But I don't got the funds for that kind of shit yet. So I made my own studio, bro. My drawing station's over here. My podcasting videos are right here. Shit. I mean, it's not professional, but I mean, catches your eye, right? Not too bad.
I mean, you do got your art right here and stuff. That's cool. There's toys and stuff. Or not really toys, but like memorabilia.
Yeah, I definitely love like little shit like that. Yeah, man. I always say if the person that comes on my guest doesn't feel comfortable, at least they got eye candy to look at. Shit,
Dude, like when I first seen those cans, I was like, wow, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's when I started to get that reaction a lot from people, bro. I just started. I kind of stopped drawing and painting, even though I still paint. on the cans, but like the drawing, I kind of stopped and just started doing. Wherever I go, bro, it's just I turns. But man, fuck, I was gonna ask something else. Well, man, every time somebody comes on, bro, I always like to give them a little gift for giving me some of their time. I mean, it's not the highest quality. Got some art for you, bro. Some stickers for you. You don't gotta show the camera, but some stickers for you, bro. You know, just for coming on,
Appreciate it.
giving me
This is
some of your
cool.
time. They're not the highest quality stickers, but they will stick.
These are stickers.
Yeah, I just drawn on them. Oh, they're like blank pieces of paper that have a sticky side,
Mm.
and I'll paint on it or draw. Yeah. But yeah,
Thank
man.
you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. I really appreciate you coming on, bro. And I like I said, bro, I really don't care about views or fans. Not like I don't want them or care about them, but like I really don't care about. That's not my selection when I bring people on. It's just what you do and how I see you and doing your thing. And God damn it, I lost my train of thought. But I appreciate seeing people do their thing, but that makes me do my thing in a way. And that doesn't determine views or or following. That's what I meant to say.
Mm.
If that makes sense.
No, I feel you. Like you're not trying to like you're not worried about going viral.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
really.
yeah. I kind of don't want to go viral, bro, because I feel like another motherfucker, bro. So,
Mm.
so I feel like meme central.
So like, what makes you do this?
Well, like I said, bro, like I see you doing your thing, makes me want to do my thing, and I want to network as well, because yeah, bro. I mean, I wasn't really the going out type, so I kind of stayed indoors most of my life. So I kind of excluded myself for meeting people, creative people like yourself and other artists and shit, and I feel like that kind of set me back a lot. So I wanted to, show myself, bro. Like, cause I shit you not, man. Like, how hard it is to like talk about what you do without having a following and going on somebody's platform. Cause certain people that don't got that following can't go. Like, I can't go on. Let's say, I mean, like Joe Rogan. I can't go on Joe Rogan just because I want to talk about myself. I gotta have something going on.
No, I feel you on that.
Bro, I really don't care what you do. I just see you doing your thing, your music. So I want you to come on, talk about, how that happened, bro. Because, that can be inspirational to other people that are watching or might hear it.
Mm.
Because, yeah, like I just said, bro, I was a fucking loser generally my whole life trying to be cool, some drug dealer, gangbanger, right? That backfired in my face. So I felt like I left a stain on the city. Instead of leaving something positive, kind of left a stain. So I kind of want to repair it along with, showing love to other artists and creators. But the podcasting, bro, specifically came into my mind when I was watching Joe Rogan. And I love his episodes with his comedian buddies.
Mm.
Bro, they're just right there talking, shooting the shit, bro. Just recording, talking about themselves, what they got going on.
So you like the conversation?
Conversation and the dynamic of just kicking it with somebody that does profession, or
Mm.
you know, if that makes sense. I don't know, man. Sometimes I say it and then I feel like I just
Like you just like you said it. You just like I don't think that even makes sense. I don't even know what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah.
Nah, I feel you. Like you feel a certain way, but you really can't like voice it. I
Yeah,
feel you.
yeah. And I shit you not, from doing this, it kind of helps a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I do stumble in the beginning of the
It
podcast.
takes practice.
Yeah, definitely takes practice, man.
Like I feel like it's easier to make a vocal podcast than it is a video
Oh yeah,
podcast
definitely, bro.
because like you're worrying about how you look, how you say it. You're worrying like you can't really like cut it, because like I
Yeah.
just made my first vocal podcast in class. Like
Huh?
they taught us how to make a podcast, how
Oh
to mix
really?
a
What?
podcast. Yeah, and like it wasn't no video. I didn't have to worry about that. I was just worrying about
Audio.
what I said in the microphone,
Mm.
and then like you can cut stuff out. You can you're supposed to put room noise behind it too, so that like it sounds smooth when you have cuts. You can't hear that like that
Emptiness.
emptiness exactly. That's all you gotta worry about.
The reason why I started with video podcasting was because vocally, I feel like I'm not interesting at all. I feel like you got to see what I'm showing you, even though you might not see it clearly, but like you see, like, oh shit, he's creative in a way or something, you know? Instead of hearing me, where I feel like my voice is not that great, and I feel like people would not listen quicker.
I low key I've had a problem with my voice in the microphone too. Like I think that's a lot of people like they just like hate those voice. It's like but like
Bro,
I
for
don't know.
real.
Somebody else out there might just feel like it's just normal.
Yeah.
Like the next person, you might feel like you edited this. You might feel like his voice sounds like he did, like how we're talking right now. But then, like when I hear it, I'm be like, damn, I sound like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that when I started like doing the first episodes, bro, I was like, the whole time, bro, like editing podcast, putting it together.
Yeah, some of them I bet could be like gruesome just because of how they went. Like this one, I feel like this one might be like, I feel like you're gonna be doing the same thing because when I watch it, I'm like,
But I mean, no, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I have episodes ahead of this or behind this. I got a few of them, like I'm noticing myself getting better.
facts.
Yeah,
I've been doing YouTube videos lately, and
that's something I want to get into about. But I mean, if we got time, because we
yeah,
have, yeah.
okay. um, I've been doing YouTube videos lately, and I've been editing myself too.
Yeah.
Like I feel what you're saying about that because every one that I've done, I've gotten better. I feel like with the editing, just and I've been just doing them for iMovie.
Mhm.
I want to go to DaVinci Pro or DaVinci. Is it Pro?
And those are the softwares for the editing.
Those like those are like that's a software that cinematic people. It's like the
Oh,
professional cinematic.
I use Adobe.
Adobe.
Yeah, because that's all I knew.
I don't know. I never. I
Yeah,
know what Adobe is, but like I've never used that one.
yeah,
The
yeah.
editing software. Can I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
What were we talking about?
Editing. You doing videos on programs, editing them.
Um, yeah, I just feel like I've been getting better every time. But it's definitely like something I like to do. Just editing anything. Period. I was just talking to Dre about this too. Editing anything. Period is just fun, just to show your creativity.
Yeah, sure.
Just being creative. Like,
No, no,
there's just so many different things. Like, for example, with sound, like, there's so many different things that you can do to a sound. You know,
I mean, I really don't fuck with the sound. I just, however the sound comes out, that's how I just put it out. Cause video
oh,
enough, bro, it's a headache. Fucking audio,
see, and that's what you can do with DaVinci is you can mess with the sound and picture. Some like just like compression, equalization. saying like just so many different things. Like that's why I feel like I need to move on to that. That one's even more, I guess, advanced. Then I'll be able to do more than I could off of iMovie. Like iMovie, I can do pretty decent off of that, but DaVinci Pro, like I think it's called DaVinci Pro. I'm gonna just call it DaVinci Pro. DaVinci Pro, you can do a lot more. I don't know how much it is. I feel like it's gonna be expensive though.
No, you good, bro. Fucking, are those videos? They're not your videos, right? They're just somebody else's that you edit.
I've been in them.
Yeah.
I've been in two. Well, technically, I was in all three because my voice was in the third one. But I've been like my face, has been in two. So definitely had to, and this goes back to what I was telling you earlier too. Like even Alex, like she said that we had to bleep out like the cuss words and stuff. Like certain things just
Oh,
couldn't be in
bro.
them. You know what I'm saying? Just because
Yeah.
we got people out there.
Yeah, no, oh, no, I feel you, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. For me, it's easy with
Adults.
this because I have sections. Like when I told you it's that 35-minute mark, that's when I know I'm about to cut the in between.
Okay.
Yeah, and the beep that reminds me that I'm gonna have another cut in like
Oh no,
45.
I was talking about like cuss words.
Yeah, but like, you know how you edit that out, or you gotta find it. I know how to find mine already.
Oh,
Yeah, because because when the camera turns off, like it hears the beeping through here, so I know I have to cut it, so that way it's not just blank. Yeah, I definitely need another camera so I can shoot another angle. But I only
yeah,
have
that'd be dope.
yeah, I only have this. I only have this, man, because I thought that's all I needed. But
Hmm.
dude, how long did the first video take you? Man, that's a hard one, man. Mine took me like a week because I was very
To
brand new.
edit, or are you talking about to record?
Well, from the recording to edit.
Um,
Because the thing is, when I first started, bro, I had no computer skills. So I was learning straight from myself and YouTube.
so the first time we recorded, was it a Saturday? I think it was a Saturday. We recorded on a
Saturday.
Saturday, and then it took me till we posted it on that Wednesday. I think.
Was the first one hard compared to the others? Or were there other ones that were harder?
No, it wasn't hard. Like, what do you mean hard? What would you say makes video editing hard?
Remembering when you cussed or the stuff that you want to cut out? Because you got to sit
Yes,
through there and
because the first video, I think I did miss a cuss word.
oof,
The
bro.
second video, I did not. I was a lot more thorough.
Yeah.
But the third video, I missed one.
Oh,
I think I missed two actually.
ee.
Like I was mad.
Dude, trust me, man. I've been there where I misspelled people's name. I downloaded it or what's it called?
Rendered.
There you go, rendered, bro. And bro, like that shit took forever.
Mm.
And then I had to look at it, and then I saw it, and then I had to re-upload it, which took like hours, bro. I'm like, oh my, I hate it when that happens, man. That's why. That's why I say, man, it's a pain in the ass. Well, but little by little, bro, you kind of.
I just think like it's just all about being focused, and then like sometimes also understanding that you can spend too much time, watching it. It's always good to take a rest. I feel like, cause at least for like audio, this is what they tell us. You don't want to spend too much time mixing because you can eventually get used to it.
Okay.
You get used to like how things sound, and it's just going. it's just gonna affect how you mix it because your ear gets married to the sound.
Yeah.
So that's why like you don't want to spend too much time on it. I feel like that's the same way as far as editing videos. I missed I think two cuss words. No, was it? I forget. Yep, it was just one cuss word. Missed just one cuss word. I was just like, oh, how did I miss it? I got too used to watching it.
Mm.
That's why like I'm feeling like I need to spend more days
A good
more
cheat,
days editing.
a
Go
good
ahead.
cheat though is always look at your time, and I mean have a piece of paper. Always mark down the times.
You have the time. Oh, you got it on your laptop.
Yeah, my laptop, and then there's a different time on there because I like to record. So this has no audio. This is the audio. That doesn't have it. So I always like to press play while I'm explaining how the podcast is like what to expect in the podcast, and then I use that time to like make little effects for the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So like almost timestamp.
yeah, timestamps. Yeah, that's the way I do it by the time getting used to it. But I always tell my guests like definitely let me know if there's something you want me to cut out. Don't tell me late. Like when it's already out there, bro.
Do you send the uncut version?
No. But I can.
If you could,
Yeah,
yeah. I want to look at it.
yeah. We'll talk off camera about
How
that.
how long do you usually? Oh, all right.
No, but yeah, the for me to edit my podcast now, bro, it's like what 5 hours.
Okay.
But most of those hours are downloading because it's I'm downloading like a whole hour and 30 minutes.
It takes you a lot. Yeah.
It's not rendering, bro. It's when you download it. So it's like
When you download it,
export it, export
isn't
or
that the
import.
same thing as rendering?
No,
Are
well,
you talking about importing?
yeah, importing
Like importing what
the video
onto YouTube?
onto the computer. Yeah, I don't
Oh, what?
because the thing is, I could use Adobe to download it to YouTube, but lately it fucks up when I do that. So I download the video onto my computer and then I upload it to YouTube. I know that sounds like a process, but I'm telling you, every time
Yeah,
I
that. Yeah, that's technically still rendering,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know why it's like hour. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not using 4K, but like it is like 1080, and that's just still like a few hours.
Can you make it 4K with Adobe? Is that possible?
I never. I mean, I got 4K on that, but I don't know if I can make it 4K on the computer.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, like I'm still new to this, so I'm probably saying a lot of stupid shit to like computer nerds and shit. But yeah, I mean, I just try to do the basics because, bro, I mean, honestly, not trying to be rude to nobody, but like, I'm not getting paid off it. You know,
Oh yeah, no.
I'm just trying to show love, kick
Yeah.
the shit. Like,
I had my first studio session yesterday. My first recording studio session that's been paid for. Like any other times, that was not paid. I was just recording with friends, trying to get more practice and stuff like that. LGC, that's free. That's how it's gonna be. So it was shout out to Marcella Malik on Facebook. She hit me up for it. Um, and also Brooke. They got a duo together and then named B Sign.
hmm,
Uh, but yeah, that was my first one that was paid for.
that's what's up, bro. So we're about an hour and 44 minutes, man. Is there anything else you want to mention or say? Like, look out for LGC coming up with something, or you coming up with something. I know you got the project at the you said close to the end of the year, but is there anything in between now and then? Any events?
Um, Definitely keep an eye out for my project. Definitely keep an eye out for anything Kid Griffey got coming up. Definitely keep an eye out for uh, Dre's project. I feel like KW got his project coming up soon too. Uh, uh,
And where would you like people to follow you?
Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Like I said earlier, Kordell King on Facebook. At DJ Jelly 5 on Instagram. That's it.
And with that being said, guys, till next time, stay safe and stay tuned.